Hello, boys and girls, Gundamizers, Transformer fans, and everything in between. This your boy Diz and Designs. I'm here with another episode of Diz and Designs. So here we go with a model kit I've been looking for a long time. I was really hesitant. It's like a 2-year-old model kit, but I finally did decide, you know what, for the price I can't skip it. I went ahead and picked it up. This is the Legion or Thor Hemoxian original mecha series, right? So I don't think it's from an anime. From the instruction booklet, it looks like it might be from a manga. I'm not 100% sure. I don't know if this is like a series or not, but yeah. That's the box right there. Okay, there's the man himself, the mighty Thor. Yeah, that was another seller for me, was that I actually do like Thor. I was never a Norse mythology type of guy or a Marvel Thor type fan, but you know what? After watching the movies and stuff and learning a little bit more about the history of Thor, yeah, I like it. Plus, it's got a big giant hammer, so you can't go wrong with that. But that's the front of the box. All right, let's go ahead and get that's one side right there. Gives you, like I said, right here, that looks like it's from a manga or something. So I don't know. There's some more detail right there. What it looks like. I think that's just with all the decals. I don't see any panel lining on it, but you guys tell me. I'm not a professional. All right. And there's the other side right there. More of what it looks like after you get it done, the front and the back. All right. Some little gimmicks that they're showing you right there. All right. Some more stuff. Got a LED going on right there. So we're gonna get into that. That's actually another seller, and the posability looks pretty good. I know on my copy everything is super tight, right? So that's the box. All right. A couple things that it did come with is it came with this. All right. So inside the box you have like a little backdrop or whatever for it. So they gave it this, right? But it didn't give it a stand. All right. They gave it batteries. Yeah, this is my first model kit that I've had that with LEDs that came with the batteries and everything with it. So where you don't get a stand, you get this and you get that. I hope more model kits learn from this, okay? Because I like it. You can always go and buy your stand. Instructions, okay? And it's your basic thing. It's got what is it? There's a manga pic in here somewhere. I think it's like somewhere in the middle here, but or it might be in the back. But it comes with decals, water decals. I don't know if I'm going to put those on or not, but yeah. And there it is right there. There's the back of the thing. Yeah, that's that for that. And the mecha bot himself, whichever one you want to go with. I want to say it's well, actually in the instructions it says he's a mecha. So yeah, I need a stand because his hammer is so freaking heavy. There we go. All right, we'll just put that down. So there he is, right there in all his glory. Yeah, get in there. Yeah, so the only thing I really did with this model kit was I just panel lined. I didn't do a lot of panel lining. I used gray instead of black just because I wanted to see the effects of a lighter shade on the different shades of white. But I'm loving that hammer right there. I mean, look at that. That's nice right there. So the silver parts there, they actually go inside. The tip, I painted that. I painted that silver. It's normally gray, but yeah, I painted that. I might actually go back and do some more stuff with that. I actually did not panel line the hammer. Right, so I did paint those little nail things right there. I painted those. Okay, so those were gray. They're now silver. If you look in here in the orange, there's some silver lining in that. All right. Yeah. The, the thing that took the longest with mine were the legs, because there is no exoskeleton for it, or endoskeleton. It's all built on top of one another, right? Except for the legs. The legs had a skeleton, but yeah. What else? What else? You don't have to worry about with most models. You know, if you put them on there, you might have a fear of the arm coming off of the legs. The inner parts where you lock in to the body and the legs and all that, it's locked in. So you twist to your left or right, and it locks it in. And yeah, so you don't have to worry about anything falling off unless you did not put it on properly. That's the only time you have to worry about anything falling off, right? So that's what it looks like without the backpack. I'm not going to do, I may not do an articulation on this particular review. Here's what it looks like from the back without the jetpack, right? Let's get up in there. So yeah. And it's lots of different shades of blacks and grays and blues, right? Like I said, I panel lined a lot of stuff in just gray. So as you can see right there, okay. Look at them. I don't know why I zoomed in on the mecha cheeks. I don't know. It was a moment. I had a moment. But yeah. The hands, I was kind of disappointed on the hands, to be honest with you. And I will show you why. Okay. And that right there, zoom in on that. See some detail on the hammer. Like I said, I was really impressed with the articulation of something this big. To be honest with you, I really was. This whole time I had my camera tilted. But yeah, so that's him from the back without the backpack. We're just gonna scoot him back here so you guys can really check that out right there. Alright. And his backpack is this right here. So you can pretty much do whatever you want to with the backpack. That's extended. So this whole side here is everything extended out, right? This side, everything is all closed up. Okay, so you can see the difference between extended, right, and not extended. The wings, they can do this. Okay, fold in, fold back. All right. And you can set your wings any type of way you want. In the pose that I have them right there, I had to have the wings like this. But I'm probably going to set them like that later on. So that goes up and down. Up and down. If you open up, whoop, pop that back on there. If I can. Yeah. This goes like that, like that. It's got a whole swivel. All right. These guns, I'm not happy with that. They're tight, but if I keep doing that, they're gonna get loose. So I might use something to tighten those up a bit. But yeah, so if you want to just go ahead and close that up, close that, you push that right in. All right. If you want to extend it out, pull it out, bam. It does not go up any higher than that. So yeah. So that's it from the side. Okay. That's actually the back of the front, back, whatever one you want to call it. Okay. And then that. You got some articulation back here. It does go that far up. That's it. Okay. So yeah, that's it for the backpack as far as articulation. And to mount that, well, actually before we mount this, you got this gun here. It actually goes, this is, zoom in here, that is that gun there, and it goes on the bottom of the forearm. All right, which goes, because this is technically the bottom of his forearm, to be honest with you. So if you want that on, you can put it on. If not, because you can take that off, and you can take, man, that keeps popping off. So, but you can take this wing off here. All right, and then there is a little, I think it's a little accessory part that comes with it. All right, so you got this little accessory right here. You just snap it on there. Snaps in right there, right? And this can go on the forearm as well. So let's go down here, and we'll move this, bring him here. I'm just going to take this off right now and watch him fall apart. So see that peg right there? That's where this fit on there. Yeah. Snaps on just like that, and bam. So that's that right there. And if you want, extend, is it already extended? No, you can extend it out right there, give it even longer, have these out, close them in. It's up to you. But you know, he definitely has that all hail Megatron going on right there for him. So that's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. So that's an option that you can take. I personally, because there's no storage areas for the extra stuff, I'm just gonna put the regular gun back on there, and bam, it snaps on just that easy. So yeah. Okay, and you just pull this piece back out. Maybe. Yeah, here we go. And just snap that back on there like so, and you're Gucci. Now, as far as the other accessories, you can switch out his fingers and hands, which I don't like, because how they do it is, let me get all the pieces. You have to take off the thumb and the fingers to accommodate what fist and open hand you want to give them. So that's one disappointing thing there. So you got, I don't know if you guys can see that, because I don't want to make it fall. So This is a closed fist. Yeah, yeah, you guys can't even see that. There you go. I don't know why is it going over there. All right. So you got a thumb, right? And yeah, that's where it hooks into. You got a open hand, which you already see right here. And then that's pretty much it. Just the open hand and the hammer holding hand and a closed fist. That's all you have as far as accessories. You do have three of these little pegs here, so if you have a stand, excuse me, these just snap on to in between his legs, just like a Bandai model. So yeah, but they're a lot more stable than Bandai. But that's that. And what else? What else? What else? The backpack. So we're just gonna go ahead and put the backpack on. So if you go up here, look at his back right here, right? Just lift that up. And mine's real tight, but it's okay. You're good. And you get this right here. I don't know why this moves. I don't know, but it does move. I don't know. I probably have to read the instructions a little bit more, but it just plugs in there. And all right. So once you put the backpack, he's not super extremely heavy, but I do suggest you bend him forward just a bit. Just because, yeah, he's back heavy, but he's not like super duper heavy. All right, but yeah, that's what he looks like with the backpack on. So yeah, bam, look at that. Yeah. All right. And like I said, you can take this right here and zoom out some, and you can just put that down right there. Take this gun here, turn that like that, and if I want, if I can, turn this like that, and bam. So either way, he's gonna get you. He gonna shoot you. All right. So that's that. Backpack on. One another feature he's got, which I mentioned earlier, are the LEDs. Yeah, you guys can see that pretty good, right? Yeah. Now a missed opportunity that they could have done is put some LEDs right up in here, or at least have it to where when this cuts on, all of this, because he's got some more detailing up in there that could light up right there. The lightning bolts could light up right there. That could have lit up, you know. But I think for the price that you pay for it, it probably would have been a lot more, I guess. So you know, I don't understand why they did it. If I was able to, I would have done that. I would have made it to where the whole damn thing would have lit up. You know, even on the guns back here, you know, that could have lit up. That, you know, maybe they might come out with a kit later on. The hammer could have lit up. You know what I'm saying? And speaking of which, one feature I did not show, and I hope, like I said, my copy is very, very stiff, but I don't mind though. I don't mind it being stiff is if you look right here. So right now I have my hammer open. If you, let's see, which way does it go? Well, here, there. So you do that, it closes it up. I thought this was supposed to extend or something like that, but I guess it doesn't. But oh yeah, it does extend. Okay, so that's why. So that's open, closed, and notice how that turns right there. I thought that was pretty cool. You guys might not think so, but I like it. I like it. I like it a lot. But yeah, so I'm gonna keep mine like that. I'll probably pose him in a different pose or something like that. I'm like I said, I'm really scared to do the posability because he is a model kit. A hefty one at that, but I'm gonna try my best. So head does this, looks up, all the way up, up, like that. You guys can't see that. Alright, so his head goes all the way up. It looks down pretty far, and then his neck actually rises up right there in the back, so you guys can see that, right? So that's more articulation for his head there. It does not tilt to the side. Well, it kind of does and kind of doesn't, right? The chest lightning plates, they do move, okay? The shoulder pads, zoom out some. You can do this. You can shoot them all the way back, close that down if you would like, put them over here, or you can have them going to the front because these are guns also. And let's see, do I actually have it extended out? Yeah, so this one, this shoulder's already extended out already, so I'm gonna close it. All right, that's basically what it looks like when it's closed, and when it's not closed, it looks like that. So you guys can get a comparison there. Open, closed. All right. See, the shoulder blade does that. What else? You got a bicep swivel all the way around. You have a very, very good butterfly and chest movement, as you can see right there. Right, goes all the way back like that. Backpack just fell off. All right, so yeah, that's that. The he does have a, ooh, yeah, I'm not going to test it, but he does have a, he does bends from side to side. So yeah, why does my camera keeps wanting to move over that way? I'm going to have to manually do something because something is catching its eye to where it wants to look over there. All right, you got his belt. There it goes again. All right, something is attracting it. There must be something moving, like an ant or a fly or something. I don't know. Let's do this right here. All right, tighten that up. It's his side skirts. They do that right there, and then the leg. He's got a really good split, right? So he's got that. You look at this right here. It's got that bend. All right, that's as far as I'm going to go. It literally can go all the way back to this white piece, but it pops off. So I'm not going to do that. Again, like I said, this is a model kit, not a toy or figurine. It does have some tilt in the toe, tilt there, up there, got even more tilt. yeah, these actually move in and out, things like that. But yeah, I think I'm not gonna risk breaking this, because this is probably my new favorite model kit, and it is going in one corner that I've already got reserved for it. And yeah, so if let's talk about the cons of this, if there are any. Honestly, for me, there's maybe two or three. I'm not going to put the backpack on there, but I'm going to have to say my biggest gripe about this kit here would be I don't like the design of the feet. Design wise, I just don't like the feet. That was the one thing that kept me from getting it for so long, were the feet. But when I saw this, I had to get it for the price. So that, the feet, the way you had to do the hands, that was another bummer. And the third one was more LEDs. I think a couple years ago it came with a cape. Mine did not come with a cape, so I guess if you must have ordered it off of Shozi or Gundam, then you would have got a cape. I did not get a cape with mine. Other than that, three things wrong with it, in my personal opinion. On a scale from 1 to 5, honestly, with the three complaints I had, I'm gonna give it a 4.5. You know, that's my personal opinion about it. Because honestly, there was really nothing for me to really complain about. Honestly, I enjoyed putting it together. I literally took 2 days off, and it took me 2 days to build this. And the thing that took me the longest were the legs. So yeah. So next time, I don't know what I'm gonna build next. I got a lot. I mean, a lot of models. I got to backtrack, build, maybe repaint, and I got some figurines. I gotta redo, and yeah. So I'm not done. It's just I'm trying to get things in order, and hoping that I get more subscribers. We are now officially over 200. So yeah, I'm going to be working a little bit better, a little bit more, and I'm looking into some other things. I might actually start doing other type of figurines like DBZ, Marvel, DC, anime characters. Let me know what you guys think about that. Should I keep doing my mechas, my transformers? Should I start branching out so I can get more viewers? Just let me know down in the comments, guys. Because without you, there's no me. So always and forever, stay positive, stay fit. This your boy Design Designs, and I'm out.